Hey guys, Winter here, bringing you another series, I guess. This one's going to be kind of short, I think. This game should only last a few episodes, hopefully. Knowing me, it's going to go like 30 or 40. But I couldn't get Bioshock up today, and I didn't want to go Alien Isolation again since I have done it basically all month. What was all month? 13 days, 14 days, 15 episodes. Except for that one Firewatch episode. So we are going to go with the Stanley Parable. From what I know, this is a game that was... Let me just turn the audio up really fast. This was subtitles only. Oh, we want subtitles. This was a game that was based off a mod for Half-Life, I think. It was a mod for Half-Life, and then someone made it as a full game. That's what I think it was. I did play a bit of this, like a year and a half ago when it came out, or whenever it came out. And I have seen people play through the start of it, but I haven't seen like anything really big. So we're just going to get right into it right now. Begin the game. End is never, the end is never, the end is never, the end is loading. Oh, this is the end.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, I remember the narrator.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order.
That's a great job.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending,
that'd be awesome.
Stanley
I'd do that.
relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job.
What? Oh.
And Stanley was happy.
I'd be happy too, I'll be honest. I'd be happy pushing buttons for my whole life.
Something very peculiar happened.
The Stanley
Something
Parable.
that would forever change Stanley.
Not Stanley.
Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi.
Hi.
Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation.
Oh.
Something was very
Poor
clearly
Stanley.
wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move.
How were the doors unlocked for the place if,
But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and...
My sensitivity feels way too high. 1 second. I like how it's typing for the raw mouse input. Yes. I think we want that. Is that what we want?
Of his office.
That is what we want. And now the sensitivity is too low. That's too high. I can't get it right. Maybe it's that. That seems about right.
All of his co-workers were gone.
All of them?
What could it mean?
Oh, what is this?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
Oh.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Can't get to any of the rooms.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor did it advance the story in any way.
We're just gonna troll everyone and turn off everyone's... Oh, wait, can we... Oh. We're just gonna turn off everyone's stuff. That's great. What's the point of that? What's the point? We can't jump, so... I saw that in the achievement list. Oh! I unlocked the achievement for you can't... Oh my god, I feel so good. I'm great at this game already, I can already tell. I hate Mondays. Why is that such a low quality picture? Can I go through any of these doors? 420. Oh, shit. It's 11... Almost 11:30 and no one's been here, and Stanley didn't notice that no one was here. How did someone lock the door? How did he get in?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
Okay, so from what I understand, this game, you can just ignore the narrator. I think there are like 40 endings to the game, and you can just ignore the narrator and just go wherever you want. So, should we go left? Let's not go left.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
It's a pretty picture.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
That is right. Wait, is it? Oh no, it's still 11. Okay. What? Okay, we're gonna continue on. We're gonna keep trekking. Still have a cold, so...
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been
This
worth the
is a
detour
room
after
worth
all,
admiring.
just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed
Oh,
room.
number one dad, okay.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Oh, yeah, let's just... Can we buy anything? We can't. What are all these? Oh, read that?
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
It is, you know, it
Room
actually is.
so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and
Yeah,
some
I mean,
paintings.
that
Really
is...
worth it.
This is worth it. I agree, narrator. We had to give the narrator a name or something. His name is...
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Aw, you can't blame Stanley. Come on. You can't blame poor Whoa. You can't... This is the same, like, drinks
Stanley
that's
sat
on, like,
around waiting for
CSGO.
more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send
I'll just
a
go.
message. But at last, he'd had enough of the
Sounds
amazing
good.
room and took the first open door on his left.
How
to
can
get
the
back to
narrator pick
business.
on poor Stanley like this? Oh, gee, I'll go this way.
And so he detoured through the main
This is a
section,
scary room.
walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
No, we're not going. Actually, yeah. Let's go to the opposite door. I don't trust that elevator. Oh, so this was the left door. Okay. Sounds... That was, wow. Whoa, that's bright. This is the media room,
Yet
I'm guessing?
there was not a
Tips for
single
not getting
person
fired.
here either.
Talk less, do
Feeling a wave of
unbelievably
disbelief,
amazing work all the
Stanley
time, every day,
decided
with
to
no
go
exception.
up to his boss's
no
office,
expectation of
hoping he
promotion.
might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker, let it ball up, take it out in passive aggressive, oh. Using sliders to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on that text. This one's sure. Oh, I'm not fast enough, reader. A lot of percent teenagers, size of demographic, space between the teenagers. Number of the sliders on this slide. Charts. Okay, let's just. Can we like do anything here? What's going on? Through the door. Broom closet. That sounds like my kind of place.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around.
There's tons of stuff
and got
here.
back on track.
Look, there's like this cool spool of wire, and oh, is that a wrench? What is that?
There
That's
was
like
nothing
some
here.
sort of wire cutter
no
or
choice
something.
to make, no path to follow. Just
is
an
that-
empty broom closet.
No, this isn't an empty
No
broom
reason to
closet.
still
It's not
be
empty.
here.
You don't understand. That's a file of some sort. What is going on?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in
I like the broom closet, okay?
He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way.
You know, let's just...
As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Oh. Okay, let's...
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We don't walk upstairs to our boss's office. Come with you. No. Why is there just a red light here? Hello? Wait, what?
But
Hello?
Stanley just couldn't do it.
Wait.
He considered
wait.
the possibility of facing his boss.
Excuse me?
Admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be
Wait.
fired for that.
Wait.
And in such a competitive
How does this make
economy,
sense exactly?
Why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think
That's
he
a
was
cool
crazy.
printer. Fax
And
machine?
then something occurred to Stanley.
Oh,
maybe,
a soda
he
machine.
thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking
Come on,
mysteriously
Stanley's
out of
not crazy.
existence in a
Let's-
single
let's-
moment for
come on.
no reason at all. None of it
Let's not be
made any
mean to
logical
Stanley, okay?
sense.
Let's just...
And as
it's not
Stanley
cool.
pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example,
Wait, what?
couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh my god.
Why did doors close
Yeah,
automatically
I asked about
behind him
that.
wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar.
Yeah, I know.
Were they simply repeated?
They are looking pretty
No,
familiar.
Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that
Coffee
had been
nut?
on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming!
Oh my god.
He yelled. This is all a dream.
This is all a dream.
Oh,
Probably.
what a
Hopefully.
relief Stanley
Probably
felt
not. We're
to
probably
have
going crazy.
finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. and he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy
Wait, I think I liked
this
his
while I'm
job.
still
I thought it wasn't
lucid.
boring.
So,
Oh,
he imagined
someone
himself
made a
flying
mess on the ground
and began
here.
to gently float above the
Oh
ground.
my god, we're flying.
Then he imagined himself soaring
sick.
through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much
This is
fun,
sick.
and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest
We're not
question
floating?
of them all
Aw. Are we still
entered
floating?
Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Because it's cool.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts.
Are we just going to repeat this
he
room
thought.
till...
And while he thought it all very odd, and wondered if this
What's
voice
even
spoke
going
to all
on?
people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his
Really?
life.
I like this painting.
Now, hearing the
This
voice
picture.
speak these
It's
words
pretty
was
good.
quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago?
Yeah,
How
like,
else
what?
would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
You know what? I'm on
So he
Stanley's
closed
side
his eyes
forever.
gently,
Hashtag
and he
Team
invited
Stanley.
himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue
Yeah,
pushing
like,
the buttons.
come on. He just
Please.
wants to press
It's all
buttons. That's
I
what he
want.
wants to do with his life.
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
Well, you don't have a normal job. Is that a normal job? Like, do people do that?
am
Do people just, like,
okay.
press buttons all day? Is that a thing? I want to do that if that's a thing. That's pretty cool. Oh. It didn't work, Stanley. Oh, did it work?
Stanley began screaming.
Please,
Aw.
someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone
Everything's going
tell
red.
me I am
I'm
real.
scared.
I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I?
Who am I? That's the
And
title of the
everything
video.
went black.
Oh, we're dead. Say goodbye, Stanley. It's Rip.
This is the story
What?
of a woman
Oh.
named Mariella.
Hello?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
Oh no, that's
and although
us.
she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like.
That's rude.
And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control
Is that
of
white
my
car the
mind.
car in the garage?
I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
What? She didn't call an ambulance or anything? She just left? So Stanley died. She left. What? The end's loading. We died. It's the end. The end happened. What? Did we just finish the game? Are we that pro? Can we answer the phone? Is this the phone?
Hello. This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn
Yeah?
you about the dangers of recorded messages.
Uh-oh.
If at any time time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
I will be sure to move it all into my perceptual sphere. So I guess we're just going to continue on. Do we get to choose again? Do we? Yes, we do. We're going to follow the nadir.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his
Well,
left.
actually, we didn't go down the elevator. We're going to go down the elevator.
This was
guys.
not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
Or do we
well.
want to go forward?
Perhaps
So remember
he
there's
wanted
the
to stop by
forwards
the
room.
employee lounge first, just to admire
Oh,
it.
the employees lounge. Oh, here we go.
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room.
What a
What a
gorgeous.
gorgeous room.
It's so gorgeous.
Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
Yes, I agree. We need to catch my graphics up. Like, what's going on with that? Like, where is advanced? I need everything on like ultra. Very high. Oh, can't turn that one to very high. Oh. I guess that's about all we get for hello. Lag. So my game did in fact crash after I tried messing with the video settings. So we're not gonna do that again. We're not gonna do that again. We went down here last time. It didn't like go well. Well, it went well, but we died kind of. We learned we died. Stanley's dead. It's RIP. We'll go this way this time.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Oh yeah, if we're like disobeying the orders, how do we like follow the key orders on like the screen for typing stuff? Warning: do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift 1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift 5,000. What?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten
Yeah,
off
we're
on
gonna
the
jump off.
wrong foot here. But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do,
That's right.
Stanley leapt
No
from
one
the
gets to tell me what to do.
platform
I'm my
and
own
plunged
person.
to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yeah, that's right. Stanley's very powerful. Okay, let's get back to where you were.
A soft wind blew
Oh.
outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
Yeah, rip Stanley. So we were going to go this way and follow him this
When
time.
Stanley came to a
Wait,
set of
were
2
there normally
open
doors here?
he entered the door on his left.
There were doors there. I promise you. I'm not going crazy.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, that's right.
Wow. Yes. This room.
What a
What a
gorgeous
beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
That's right.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, we're going across the cargo lift.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
Okay.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Can we jump onto the...
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Let's
Someone you've forgotten about.
get on it. Oh,
Really?
yes.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others?
Yes, I do.
Are you
I
that
don't care.
convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay, narrator. I'll give you a chance. One chance. That's all you get. Warning, do not stand on the side of the fence. Nice.
Now
Oh.
listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Do we listen? Okay, we'll listen to you, Mr. Oh wait, is there a blue? Oh, I thought it was gonna be a blue one of the those on the other side.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me.
That's right, I
You
am.
see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time. The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't
Wait,
here.
excuse me?
Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
I'm scared.
I wanted to stop.
I think I need some adult supervision.
We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Oh. Let's keep going. Oh, man. This is where it gets confusing. Hello? Okay. Loading.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
What is this? Oh, more stars.
Here. Yes.
Oh, it is beautiful.
Beautiful, isn't it?
This
if
is
we just stay
trippy.
right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
This is like scaring me. I'm gonna leave now, narrator. I don't trust you anymore.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Okay, I'm back. Don't worry about
Right.
it.
Where were we?
Watching this beautiful. I'm going now. Narrator, listen. We can't just stay there forever. It's not possible. Well, it is possible.
Oh no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Good. I'm gonna go up the stairs. Okay, narrator? Okay. I'm gonna name him Chuck. Chuck.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Chuck. What is this? What? Oh, I have to kill myself. Oh. Goodbye, Chuck.
No!
I didn't die.
Oh, thank God you lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now,
Can we please get back
Yes,
to the other
you know
room?
what? Just for you. Yeah. Oh, it's even better now. Oh my
There.
god.
See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
I mean, I do enjoy the start. Can I jump off the edge of here? I can't. You know what, narrator? I had to kill myself, okay?
Stanley, go back. There's nothing good that can come from this.
But narrator, I don't want to be here anymore. I want to experience the rest of the game. I'm gonna kill myself, narrator. I'm gonna do it.
No. No. What do you just not believe me? What can I say to convince you?
I don't believe you. Goodbye, world. What?
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you... My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation
Yes,
correctly?
you are.
Or maybe you're...
Do you actually want to stay alive? Or are you just teasing me?
I don't know anymore.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I still thought that was possible.
Okay, so, like, what? Can I go now? Like, why am I still here? What's the point of all this? Stanley, don't be a bitch. Fall face first. My mouse. Oh, and I think my sensitivity is still a little bit too low, but you know, it's okay. Finally.
Over. It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Oh, I'm sad now. I'm sorry, narrator. Chuck. Chuck, are you here?
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Oh, Chuck's back. It's okay, guys. Chuck is back.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
Okay.
he entered
Let's,
the door
you know,
on his
this
left.
time let's follow him, okay?
Yet there was not a single person here.
Don't get
either.
fired is one of the tips.
Feeling a
Great.
wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
You know what? Let's go to the boss's office then.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned
We
around
already did all
and
that.
got back
Let's
on
go. Let's go.
track.
Let's go up this time.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yes, we did. Oh, fancy. Oh, this is fancy. Oh, we can't go in this executive bathroom? What? What is this?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this.
What was that?
Dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
What's the
And so
passcode,
the
though?
boss had assigned
Oh.
it an extra secret PIN number.
You're the best, Chuck.
2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Let's try 2222.
Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another story entirely. But no. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer
Whoa.
luck.
Sick.
Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Did I? But what if I didn't? What if I went back? Whoa, that's the logo for the game, guys. Sick. Now, are we gonna die again? What's happening here? Oh, that's an elevator with a red light. That's pretty sinister. Do we go down? Yeah, we're gonna go down. Are you kidding me? Come on. Down we go. Loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar.
Why's
It
that,
was a
Stanley?
stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred
Because
to
we're
him?
going down like...
This question would not go unanswered for long.
Okay. Another red light.
Stanley walked straight ahead
Mind
through the
control
large
facility.
door that read Mind Control
Or
Facility.
escape. Oh, do we escape? We're gonna escape.
Although
Stanley.
this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent
That
death.
is an escape. An escape from your madness, Chuck. Chuck!
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back
No,
on track.
I don't believe in that.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
That's right, Chuck. Do we do it? Poor Stanley. Oh, yeah, there we go. He's dead. Rip Stan. Oh, we're not dead? Oh, yeah, we're dead probably. We can't jump, so...
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the
Hey,
eyeballs from a blind
Stanley's
man.
death didn't have
So
great
he
loss.
resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell,
my God.
Stanley.
We're dead. Goodbye, world. Oh, wait, what? Hello?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
I mean, at least, like... Oh, wait, what? Oh, man. Wait, what's going on? The Stanley Parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
What is this room?
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do
The
you
two
see
doors.
that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh my god. Is this the end of the game? Did we win? Oh man, we get to see all the pictures? Nature paintings. Oh, I feel so accomplished. The office. Oh. What are these? Button sounds. That one's the best one. 5 is the best one. A selection of sounds that throughout the game, when buttons are pressed, each sound is a mix of keyboard stroke and synthesized tones. Let's see, the two doors. The set of two doors open at the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerged as an extension of it. An exploration of the contradiction of this room. Oh, what? Of the contradiction this room posed. Filing cabinets. Corridor. The pacing of this opening section was important to get right. The corridor has been moved and altered to make sure that the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Nice. Office layout. This blueprint shows the office from the beginning of the game. The path from the Stanley's office to the two doors was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development through the core layout, though the core layout remains almost identical to the first iteration. Nice. Oh, there's so much to take in. Who's the narrator? Oh, Kevin Brighting. Who knows what that... Oh, some more pictures. And what does that say? Office clock? Oh, it's still 11:30 or 11:25. Great. Wait, what? Does that show me the same place? Oh, okay. I hear music. Employee lounge. Underground. Another version of the underground portion of the... Oh, so that was the escape... But, okay.
Stanley walked through the green door.
This room scares me.
See how it's impossible for
I love the narrator. His voice is great, but the game that scares me. A dark room, just the narrator. Oh, freedom ending. We haven't gotten there yet. Whoa. Can I press that? Oh no, I can't. Countdown desk. I feel like this is spoiling the rest of the game for us, so let's just like leave this place and then come back at the end of it.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Can I off? Oh.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Well, I mean, I can't see anything, so no.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Yeah, because it's dark. No.
But listen to me. You
I'm
can
gonna die
still
now?
save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this
Can I? Quit to menu.
game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true.
Do I press it? Do I press quit? Oh, I'm gonna quit. Well, guys, that was the first episode of the Stanley Parable. 34 minutes. My God. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna try to go through most of the endings. Hopefully, I can do that. I know there's a lot of things I haven't explored yet, so we're gonna do that in the coming episodes, guys. So, if you did enjoy, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, Bioshock tomorrow, hopefully. Bye.